Well, if you're a React or specifically a Next.js developer, you might already be familiar to data streaming. And if you're not, this video might help you make your code a bit faster. So, what is streaming? As per Next.js docs, streaming data is basically loading the data after the page is loaded. I have a simple little example over here for the demo. So, I added this streaming button, like stream button actually, over here. If you follow the link, well, nothing happens at first. And after a few seconds, we get redirected to the page. Now, why it took this much time? This is because every time I reload the page, the image changes. That means I'm using an API to fetch the image. Let's jump to the code now. This is the component which is doing the data fetching job. Now, by default, if you're new to Next.js, you might be having this code directly inserted in your page.tsx. But either ways, it will take a lot of time to load the page because it won't show the page until it fetches all the data. For now, I added a timer to delay the image by 5 seconds for now. Imagine you're fetching a data of a user from a database that has like, let's say 2 million users registered. So obviously it's gonna take a few seconds, at least 2 to 3 seconds, and streaming will solve this problem. So let's say we have a page that has a random title, a description, article, maybe an image, and maybe at the bottom a table with real user data in it. So every time we reload the page, it will fetch the data from the database, obviously if we're not caching, but still, it's gonna take some time to load the page. During that time, Next.js will show the loading UI as we're still fetching, but for UX, it's a bad thing. So instead of showing the data like this, we can make a separate component out of it, and we can do the data fetching over there. Now during this time, we'll load the page, but we won't show anything over there. Also, we can show a skeleton over there. Now, once the data is fetched, Next.js will just go and say, hey, your data is ready, and I'm swapping the skeleton with the real data. Now I get a faster response from the page, and it will also increase the UX. But how to make it? So the component code actually stays the same, but we'll change the main page code. Instead of sending the component as raw component, we'll wrap it inside the suspense component. This comes from React, so just import it. Now, suspense takes a prop of fallback. Here we'll pass the skeleton. Now I just made the simplest skeleton you're ever gonna see on the internet because I'm just lazy. And by the way, this skeleton is loaded by Shatsion. So if you want to install it, just install it by this command. So you create it in a different component and then we'll just call it inside the fallback. Now let's see what happens. If we click the stream button now, we do not have to wait. Instead, we get redirected to the URL. And also, we get the skeleton. Now the part which is not trapped will be loaded first, like the title here. I can refresh the page as many times as I want and it will show the skeleton. Now I got an example from my own side project. For confidential reasons, we cannot show you the page content or the URL of the page, but I'll give you a rough idea. So if I go to the blog section, first you're gonna see that it will show the skeleton. And then when the data is fetched, it will swap the skeleton with the real data. And I guess that's it. We're currently working on releasing our own stack called Evo. It's EV0 and not EVO, so just remember it. It will be out very soon. We would love to have some support from you all. So come forward, support us, and thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe. Bye bye.